Hello, good afternoon and welcome to Joy Newsroom. We're live on DSTV channel 421, GoTV channel 125, across all our social media handles. We're Joy News on TV. Coming up within the next 60 minutes, the Ghana National Fire Service records 33 fire outbreaks in a single day, resulting in 6 injuries and 2 fatalities. We will engage the fire service, which is urging the public to exercise caution as the Harmattan season intensifies. Also coming up, incoming NDC government to revoke last-minute illegal recruitment and promotion of 10,000 people in the public sector. The words of chairman of the party, Asiedu Nketia, as he begins a victory tour of the Bono region.
Appointment letters yama abanjuma kwa immigration, kwa customs, kwa health insurance. Saafu onu nyina. Wona kwa money so.
And later in the bulletin, it is 4 days to the Joy FM family party in the park. We'll give you a feel of what to expect as the Kwampa Band, Kamido and Kwabna prepare to give you and your family a thrill of a lifetime. Details of these and more here on Joy Newsroom. My name is Faustina Safo. Please stay for details. Thanks for choosing us. We are your home of independent, fearless, and credible journalism. Now, we start with the Ghana National Fire Service because they say they have recorded 33 fire outbreaks in a single day, which is December 21st, 2024, resulting in 6 injuries and 2 fatalities. The alarming spike in fire incidents comes as the Harmattan season intensifies, raising concerns about fire safety and preparedness. Authorities are urging the public to exercise caution during this high-risk period as investigation into the cause of the fire continues. Well, joining me now on Zoom is Alex Kingnate. He's a member of the Public Relations Department of the Ghana National Fire Service. Thank you so much for your time here on Joy Newsroom. Let's start with a breakdown of these fire incidents. Where did they occur?
So we've the various fires occurred scattered all over Ghana, with Greater Accra an alarming situation. For topping the list of these fires, topping the list of these fires is the domestic fires, followed by the bushfires.
You say across the country, do you have specifics? Do we have more cases recorded in the Greater Accra region?
Yes, more cases recorded in the Greater Accra region, followed by Tema region, and then also by the Eastern region and Ashanti regions.
Has the fire service uncovered the cause of some of these fires?
Well, some of these fires, for instance, this morning, within a space of about 3 to 4 hours, I think we have recorded over 5 fires in Accra alone, at Taifa, at Steshi, at Koligono, at Dome, and then also at East Legon Transaco. So some of them have been as a result of deliberate fires to clear the bushes. Some have also been negligence, some has been electrical, and some are still under investigation. The causes cut across, and we are using it again as a caution to people on how to stay safe from fires.
Just educate us, what measures are being implemented to further prevent fire outbreaks during the Harmattan season?
So just as you've given us your platform, we are harnessing on other platforms to let people understand the rise of fires. We are also, again, as a service, we've tried to put our out-of-commission vehicles back in commission. That's how come we've been able to get fire tenders to attend to all these fires. So there's never been an incident where we've not been able to get a fire tender to attend to a fire. Also, we are intensifying education. Throughout this Christmas, we are working so hard our patrol team, our various teams will be patrolling their areas, and the patrols have even helped in reducing the fires. I think somewhere last year, the figures were a bit higher than this, but due to the fact that we embark on night patrols, it has yielded results in, and even this figure appears to be alarming, but last year was a bit more higher. So we are committed to ensuring and keeping the good people of Ghana safe. But then again, it beholds on people to take their safety also into their own hands and be responsible for their safety. This Christmas and the festivities coming up, people are traveling to their hometowns, people are traveling to visit families. Are you putting off your electrical gadgets at home while you're traveling? Some people will probably leave and then maybe they might forget to put off the air conditioning. Some people might forget to put off the extension board. Some might have also even overloaded their sockets and forget to even put these things off. And in the instance where there's a power surge or power fluctuation, it can be a recipe for disaster. Indiscriminate burning is one of the things that has been worrying to us. We've advised people against indiscriminate burning. The one at East Legon that I attended to right now, it's as a result of indiscriminate burning, which had spread and had almost gutted the ECG pole and other buildings adjoining to it. Also, one of the causes of fires in the homes is unattended cooking. People tend to cook and then will probably forget their cooking and go and have a conversation, or will probably just go about doing other things while the cooking is ongoing. And to realize that when the food overcooks and then it produces thick smoke, this thick smoke coming together with this harmattan and other combustible materials in the home can start fires. So it's a hope that people, especially as the kids are on vacation like this, it beholds on parents to make sure that they keep their kids in check. They should let the kids understand that matches are not tools or are not toys for them to play with. Also, make sure that you keep the children away from the kitchen. Children have the short memory, or they can just go to the kitchen, turn on the gas knob, and go out. And then you, as a parent, you might not know. You come into the kitchen, and then inadvertently you put on your lights, and then it can start a fire. So ideally, people should keep their gas cylinders outside their kitchens, keep them outside their kitchens, and then also make sure that when they're not in use, turn on the gas from the cylinder, so that even if the kids should be able to go to the kitchen and turn on the knobs, it shouldn't be able to pose any danger for you when you enter the kitchen.
As we wrap up the conversation, it's one thing to have the personnel and the equipment to respond to fire incidents, but it's another thing to respond rapidly. What steps are being taken to ensure rapid response time to fire emergency during this festive season?
I can assure you that we've rapid. You see, the rapid, I would say again, is relative. Okay, if our fire stations are closer to you, be rest assured that in less than 5 minutes we will get there. That's again should reinforce our call for the establishment of fire stations within catchment areas. For instance, let me use 2 examples of the fires we went today. The one at Transaco, for instance, we had to move the vehicle all the way from University of Ghana to Transaco Phase 1. We're lucky not to have fallen into so much traffic. Again, the fire at Dome. We don't have a fire station in Dome. Our team at Medina went to fight a fire at Medina Old Market just this morning. Immediately after fighting the fire, then the fire at Dome happened, and we had to dispatch this same team to move all the way from Medina to Dome. And then we had to call on our team from Abilimpi to also move to go and complement their efforts at Dome. So then it makes our response time a bit relatively late, so to speak, because obviously from Medina to Dome, it's no short distance. But we got there in good time and we're able to salvage a lot of properties. So if the assemblies would help by establishing or prioritizing fire station within their catchment areas, be rest assured that our response time will be much more impressive than it is now.
Thank you, Alex King-Nate. He's a member of the Public Relations Department of the Ghana Fire Service. Now, away from that, the Electoral Commission has declared 7 out of 9 outstanding parliamentary election results in favor of the NPP. The collation, which happened yesterday at the EC Greater Accra Regional Office, is expected to resolve all pending issues over 9 constituencies, including some 6 that the EC has sent to court. Here's James Aveji with a wrap of all that happened yesterday.
The Electoral Commission has successfully recollated and declared the result of 7 out of 9 constituencies that were expected to be recollated here at the Greater Accra Regional Coalition Center. Those 7 include Isawam Edrejiri constituency, Obuasi East, as well as Okaikwe Central constituencies. The rest are Techiman South, Tema Central, Ahafua North and Ahafua North Southwest constituencies. All of those 9 constituencies have been declared for the NPP parliamentary candidate. In the early hours of the coalition, the NDC's parliamentary candidate for Tema Central, Abby Bright, and her counsel, Roxanne Nelson Dapamakpo, were here engaged in a heated argument with the EC Director of Elections for Tema Central, insisting that the EC recollate all of the polling stations of the constituency.
Mr. Tafiamako, we are not doing it. Do it afresh. If you do it afresh, we are not continuing. The process, what happened was an illegality. So do it afresh. So we will not be part of this process. If you want to continue, thank you very much. We will not be part of this process. Thank you very much. And Mr. Brobe, I'm putting you on notice. The court didn't say that go and start from where you left off. You didn't leave anything off. The court said the process was irregular. So start afresh. You are not the returning officer. Stop interfering in this process. I am not Stop interfering in this process. You are a very corrupt man. You be having a conversation with NPP people. This will not do whatever you Yes. It means they have decided to do whatever they want, even though the court has given clear directives. The court says recollate. We didn't use that phrase. The court language said recollate. To recollate means retablate. You want to tabulate from where you left off. What did you leave off? You claim, you petition that the process was bad. So the whole process should be annulled.
What action are you taking on this?
I am leaving the process because now he's deciding the process according to his whims and caprices. He doesn't want to obey the law.
If a candidate emerges out of this, would you accept it as a party?
Why would this be acceptable to me? Why would this be acceptable to me? What is bad? X in the healing fix. You can't put something on nothing and expect it to stand. You understand?
The returning officer for the Tema Central constituency then announced that he will not proceed with the coalition unless all parties are present for fear of threat on his life.
Both parties must be present. We arrive at a compromise. Because that very day, the threats that went on my family till today, I can't risk my life.
So you're scared that if you go ahead without the input of the NDC, your family would be at risk?
Not my family, even myself. Hope you heard what happened in Tema, the regional police headquarters. So it's okay. I don't want to continue. It's okay.
In the same fashion, the returning officer for Ablekuma also abandoned the process midway, insisting that the political parties need to present their pink sheet before he can continue with the process.
We have 62 outstanding polling stations, 25 of them NPP has tendered in. NDC must also bring their pink sheet for us to confirm those 25. If we are able to do those 25, we will left with 37. As it stands now, we are left with the 62 polling stations not collated.
Are you finishing and declaring today?
No, I'm not declaring today. I'm referring everything to the commission for the commission to take its own decision. I'm done with my work because I cannot continue with this recollation again.
After a long pause of coalition, Tema Central as well as 6 other constituencies have been recollated and declared by the Electoral Commission.
With the power vested in me as the returning officer for Techiman South, I therefore declare Martin Ajay Mensah Nkosa as the MP-elect for Techiman South.
I have the honor to declare Patrick Yadom of MPP as the parliamentary member of parliament elect for Boise East.
And I said, look, we need to find a way to deal with this particular problem because it's a problem. It is criminal. And what we've said to them is that the crime scene that is currently happening at the EC, we cannot continue to support it. This is wrong. This is criminal. It requires a full-scale investigation, and people need to be prosecuted for cooking up the numbers. We cannot continuously sit in this country and allow the MPP and the EC and the police to come to create a collusion and continue to create the crime scene that they've created. This is not acceptable, and we are not, as Okaikwe Central, going to accept it. No, this is not acceptable. So the point is that in this particular instance, we are standing by the initial declaration that has been made. Eventually, on December 6th, we'll see how we proceed with these things.
You go to Parliament for,
Of course, and for us, we duly believe from the pink sheets and all the coalition that we've done that we've won the election.
We can listen to Director of Elections for the Electoral Commission, Mr. Benjamin Banobio, on what decision the EC will take on the outstanding Dom Kwabena as well as Aboma North constituencies.
It was decided that we come here today for the political parties to bring the hard copies to authenticate that results before the commission will accept that soft copy result that was used. Incidentally, when we came, the political parties could not provide the hard copy to authenticate that result. So that issue has still not been resolved. And therefore, we will also refer that issue to the Electoral Commission for them to make a determination. And so for the 7, we are done with them.
You are the EC. How soon are you taking a decision on this too?
As I indicated, it is management decision. We, as operatives, have been here to work. The results will be taken to management for management to decide on them. So I cannot say today or tomorrow, but I don't think it will be too late for that.
The Electoral Commission has been able to declare 7 out of the 9 outstanding constituencies. Meanwhile, a case is currently pending at the Supreme Court, which was filed by the NDC, intended to actually halt the coalition process that just ended. We'll see how that also goes at the Supreme Court. From the EC coalition room here at the Greater Accra Coalition Center, my name is James Savage for Joy News.
Meanwhile, the NDC's parliamentary candidate for the yet-to-be-declared Aboma North constituency, Rabna Obing, stormed out of the Electoral Commission's Recollation Center yesterday in protest, declaring she would not be part of what she described as an illegality. She insists that she had legitimately won the Aboma North seat. Master Agbagba, who was stationed outside the EC office yesterday, reports that there was heavy security presence outside throughout the process.
And soldiers, a combined force of immigration, fire service, the police, soldiers and other security agencies have been standing behind those crash barriers since morning, and they continue to change shifts. Now, water cannons, 2 water cannons are also strategically, positioned behind where they are at this point. If you do not have accreditation, you will not be given access to the Electoral Commission's premises. We've seen quite a number of people being turned away because they did not have the special ID card, the special accreditation that would give them access to the place. The police and the security personnel here are leaving no stone unturned in ensuring that this recollation exercise is done in a peaceful atmosphere. I have with me here Rabna Obing, the NDC's parliamentary candidate for Aboma North. Let's speak to her.
Today, you ask both sides to come in for recollation. If you know you don't have pink sheets, why are you inviting us for recollation? If I, on the NDC side, provide you with pink sheets, would the MPP take it? The MPP is providing you with pink sheets. If you knew, in the spirit of fairness, you wanted us to be party to this coalition, you would have waited for the NDC side to be present, so that in the presence of all 3 stakeholders, we do the collation. When we got there, they had already collated almost 30 polling stations, all to the advantage of the MPP. And this is where we had to come in and ask the EC what was happening. The EC returning officer, he said one of their directors gave him the go-ahead to accept the MPP pink sheets and use it for collation. How do we run an electoral system this way? By the grace of God, hard work, support from the good people of Aboma North, I won the elections fair and square. I won this election.
With all the polling stations?
Oh boy. I won this elections fair and square. This is a constituency.
If you're asked to produce the evidence, what evidence are you going to use?
The results were collated, and we were still in the process of collating the results. I was ahead of her with over 1,000 votes. And this is where they started agitating, because they knew it wasn't going in their favor.
Now you've abandoned the process at the recollation center. What's going to be your next line of action?
We have not abandoned the process. What we have done is to draw the attention of all well-meaning Ghanaians that what is happening at the regional office is an illegality, and it is criminal.
Away from that, Chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Asiedu Nketia, has accused the outgoing NPP government of illegally recruiting and promoting 10,000 people into the public sector. Addressing a mini rally in Sunyani as part of his victory tour of the Bono region, Asiedu Nketia alleged the move is to overburden the incoming NDC government. He, however, assured measures would be taken to revoke such illegal recruitments. There's more in this report by Precious Semevo.
The Bono Regional Victory Tour of the chairman of the NDC, Asiedu Nketia, to thank the chiefs and people focused on Sunyani East and West, Brekum East and West, and Doma East and Tyne constituencies. The NDC won 11 out of 12 parliamentary seats in the region and a resounding victory for John Mahama. The tour was also an opportunity for the elected MPs to directly appreciate the supporters. Addressing a mini rally in Sunyani, Asiedu Nketia said the massive victory is a reflection of the collective hard work. He, however, noted that the NDC will challenge the German South seat in court.
Yaba 11-1 and 11 and half everyone. Wamonya hubwa na half na aka nukrano yebejidi nyina. If we say drobo honu a wamonya half nukrano emu na ho ye try say yebe gazeti awie na yedi asem na court. Ye nim say krono e course no. Yes animu a
He said the NDC will revoke all illegal recruitment allegedly made by the NPP.
Appointment letters Yama Banjuma, immigration, customs, health insurance, habo, seno. One bedroom and Pimudu. One more can actually do a appointment letter. Now the date in our college. Obi on fata promotion. You see, you lose your MPP for a word you mamono. Yama promotion now mu kodi di enyumananim. Sadia baya NDC for bar. Yentimi nyajuma. Monkacha omose. Saafu onu nyina. Ona kwa mwane so. Eko jisa ajuma noa. Mesra obasaya bafie. MP awaria okofie. No abesha use. Chire appointment letters ma we no. Wodi awuti aduma mho. Ya baba beto ho.
Acting President of the Sunyani Traditional Council, Nana Kweku Sabin, called for a peaceful and smooth transition and appealed for promises made to be honored.
We were not expecting to be apart from NDC. In the mobile, Yering Road, no, dear,
Precious Semevo, Joy News, Sunyani.
The Upper West Regional Director of the Food and Drugs Authority, Kevin Dafasungpal, has urged Ghanaians to carefully inspect products during the festive season to ensure they are wholesome and unexpired. He warned that this period often uses and sees unscrupulous individuals selling expired, unwholesome, dented, or bloated products. Sampal gave this advice after his office destroyed over 5,000 non-compliant products seized over the past 12 months in Wa. Joy News' Upper West Regional Correspondent Rafik Salam reports from Wa.
The Upper West Regional Office of the Food and Drugs Authority, during the market surveillance activities between January and December, seized some items considered to be expired, unwholesome, dented, and bloated. The products were therefore carted to the refuse dumping site on the Wabua Road for safe disposal. The team of officials from the Upper West Office of FDA were led to the refuse site by the Upper West Regional Director of the FDA, Kevin Dafar-Sompal, for the safe disposal exercise. He ensured that the products were safely disposed of and bent into ashes.
Majority of the product you are seeing are cosmetic products. We have this ingredient we call the hydroquinone. So we have told manufacturers of this product that they should take away that ingredient because it bleaches the skin. So, but within the year, from January to December, we did a lot of exercise in it, and we have withdrawn these products from the market. We initially started telling the manufacturers to remove the ingredient at all from them, but still they managed their way to put it there, so we have taken it off. We also have beverages, Coca-Cola, other drinks that are expired. It's not that they are expired. There are beverages there, then Fanta drinks, and there's a lot of carbonated drinks. So we also have in the mix aphrodisiacs that are not registered by the Food and Drugs Authority. We have expired medicinal products that are not also wholesome. So some of them are registered, but because they are expired or they are not well stored. So that's why we've seized them and we are disposing of them off today.
Kevin Dafar-Sompal could not immediately put the exact monetary value to the disposed items, but they believed it is worth thousands of Ghana cedis.
We are disposing about 5,371 non-compliant products. When we say they are non-compliant, that means they have not met the requirement of the Food and Drugs. So it's about 5,379 products that we are disposing of.
In terms of street value, how much?
It's several thousands of cedis.
What happened to the owners of these products? Have they been allowed to go scot-free? Here's his answer.
Some of them, depending on the quantum of products we pick from your shop, there are tobacco products here. Cigarette that is not registered, they are part of this product. So normally what we do is that once we pick it, the Public Health Act is clear on it. We prosecute, or we have what we also call administrative charge. So, but most of them, we activate the administrative charge, we charge them, they pay, and we pick up the product. Some of them too, we go to court. A lot of the cases, we went to court, and at the end of the day, the court fined them. So they pay their monies, and we still have to dispose of these goods.
The Upper West Regional Director of the FDA has this message for Ghanaians, especially going into the festive season.
Around this time, almost every year, we see that people offload their goods from their warehouses that are by expiring to the hinterlands, the villages, because they think that when at the villages, they don't look for expiry date, they don't check for before they eat them. So using this opportunity to tell people that at least during this festive period, make sure that you use your money to buy a wholesome product for your household. Don't use your money to go and buy something that will give you trouble later on. A lot of us at this time will go to restaurants or drinking bars to drink and to eat. So at this time, let's try as much as possible that at least when you see someone who is selling food by the street side, a food vendor or a restaurant owner, and the person is doing something that is not right, please try as much as possible to either correct the person or even stop buying food from the person. Once people don't buy, they don't also patronize. If you have anything that you think the Food and Drugs Authority should know, in the region, we don't go on break. We work through the break time, through the Christmas, every time we're around, so you can just contact us.
Reporting for Joy News, Rafik Salam. Wow.
Well, you're still watching Joy Newsroom. We'll be back after this quick breather. Thanks for staying with us here on Joy Newsroom. Now, World Vision Ghana, in collaboration with the Ghana Health Service, has launched the Enough campaign to sensitize mothers, in particular, on the importance of providing meals that contain all essential nutrients for their children. Now, according to the NGO, the provision of balanced diets not only promotes good health, but also ensures academic excellence, as health officials say. Healthy children are able to study effectively in school. Well, there are more details in the following report.
According to Sustainable Development Goal Report 2023, more than 600 million people worldwide are projected to face hunger in 2030. The report also says 1 in every 3 persons struggle with moderate to severe food security. It is against this backdrop that World Vision Ghana, in the KGB area program of the gov't cluster, has launched the Enough campaign aimed at ending hunger and reducing malnutrition among children. The Enough campaign is to help achieve Sustainable Development Goal 2, which aim is to ensure zero hunger. Kennedy Amponsa-Chireme is the interim manager for gov't area program.
It's a newly launched initiative by World Vision Ghana. If you look at the Sustainable Development Goal 2, it talks about ending hunger and malnutrition by 2030. We know governments across the world, and Ghana is no exception, are also working towards ending hunger and malnutrition. So we at World Vision Ghana, this campaign is to complement the effort government is making to be able to do away with hunger and malnutrition, especially among children under 5 in this district and even in Ghana as a whole.
The District Nutrition Officer for KGB District, David Apia, provides some details about malnutrition in the district.
Malnutrition situation in Ghana, let me narrow it down to KGB. It's a problem that is multifaceted and multidimensional. That's why I made mention that we can't use one approach in combating it. So for the past year, we will say it's a bit stable, but it fluctuates, where you see stunting, wasting, as I mentioned. We recorded wasting 8.9%. So 8.9% of our children under 5 years are wasted. And then stunting, which is very critical, because stunting after 2 years in the life of the child cannot be corrected. So we have to correct it before the child attains the age 2 years. So stunting is on the rise, 33.3%. It's unprecedented, and we are still devising means and ways of bringing it down.
There is also the mother-to-mother support team, where mothers share ideas on nutrition and how best they, as mothers, would want to enrich their meals for their families. The Children Parliament also demonstrated the need for a balanced diet. Peter Sanu for Joy News.
Health facilities in Sunyani have urged individuals, groups and organizations to sustain their complementary support in providing essential equipment to ensure adequate healthcare delivery, while receiving donations including wheelchairs and crutches from the Sunyani Anglican 1988 Old Students Association. Administrators of the Sunyani Teaching Hospital and SDA Hospital emphasized that the government alone cannot meet the demands for effective healthcare services. They therefore appealed for continued external support.
Providing effective and efficient healthcare is a responsibility the government alone cannot bear, especially providing some basic equipment for strategic referral healthcare facilities. There are repercussions if these facilities run out of consumables and lack effective equipment for service delivery, among others. As part of their annual social responsibility and show of love to patients at the Sunyani Teaching Hospital and the SDA Hospital, the 1988 year group of Anglican School in Sunyani donated 5 wheelchairs, 5 clutches, 2 mowers, over 50 children bags and other consumables like diapers and soaps to the facilities. Diana Sechi is the group's secretary.
We have seen that most people around Sunyani community visit these 2 places. It's always also that there will be the need of those items. That's why we brought it here. And the SDA Hospital too has been on our heart for a long time, because most of our children, we gave birth to them on these facilities. And we are also telling those outside there to also look at what we have done today and also do same.
Acting Director of Administration at the Sunyani Teaching Hospital, Samuel Doji, in his appreciation, said the hospital's needs are beyond the government's capacity alone. He appealed for more external support.
Sunyani Teaching Hospital is a big facility. We receive a lot of referrals from other facilities. And most of them, when they come, they cannot walk, and we will need these wheelchairs to move them around. The government cannot do all, but the support of others can augment what the government will do. Currently, we need equipment like mammogram. We need some other equipment to run the facility. So I will urge the public and other institutions to also come to our aid to support us with equipment to run this facility.
SDA Hospital's Councillor Joseph J. Boatin also appealed for support in the orthopedic areas.
We have kits, and also we have other units which they need all these items to support. What we need now is that we are going to have orthopedic unit very soon, and we may need those who can help orthopedic area, the machines and other things, beds and other materials that may need it. And also we need any item that can help our health facility. We do welcome.
Precious Semevo, Joy News, Sunyani.
Former health service workers in the Nkwanta South Municipality have honored and celebrated members who have persevered through challenging conditions to address the health needs of rural communities. According to the Association of Former Health Service Staff, this gesture is aimed at inspiring the younger workforce to remain dedicated to their duty to serve rather than prioritizing comfort and luxury. More details in the following report.
The recognition and celebration of past workers in the municipality, according to the Association of Health Service Workers in the Nkwanta South Municipality, is to reminisce the era of hard work, dedication, and commitment to service. Dr. Koku Auno, who blazed the trail in the era of the past workers, says the recognition of past workers, including him, is a motivation for those in active service to emulate.
Those have been years of hard work, like I said earlier, deprived districts, very few staff, very few amenities, and then we did our best. A lot of sacrifices from the staff. For me, it means a lot in terms of how do you impact on people and impact on society. Helping deprived communities to work, to be able to achieve, good health. It also means that you have people who are committed, or you see people who are committed to a cause. The level of, or the degree of, health challenges was enormous. It also means that, for me, that it's a motivation for others to emulate the same thing.
He calls on the younger workforce in the service to consider accepting posting to rural areas, since majority of Ghanaians reside in rural communities.
They say that if you sit at one place, one tree under one tree for long, the birds will defecate on your head. My advice is that, look, in public life or in work situations, when the situation comes that you should serve a community, go and serve the community. These days you see a lot of young people, when they finish school, and they are positive, I want to be in Accra, I want to be in Kumasi. But I tell you that you learn a lot and you impact more on life, on people, when you go to the rural communities. So for me, that's my advice, that look, whatever situation comes for your way, that you have to work in anywhere, take the challenge and go there, because you don't know where your goal is.
Rejoice Oklu is one of the past health service workers and part of the organizers of the event.
If you are the type who doesn't want to go near Koku, Koku will ensure that he brings you to himself. So he is a leader. He inspires us a lot. That is why some of us today, we can say that we have reached that height that we are not even expecting.
Dr. Awuno is calling on government to also make conditions in the rural areas of the country conducive for the young workforce so they can accept postings to these rural communities.
You take the challenge and you can turn things around and make impact. But I also know that there are push and pull factors that affect postings to the rural areas. And of course, like you rightly said, government has a role to play, society has a role to play, community has a role to play, you yourself as an individual have a role to play. So I would say that those issues need to be addressed, and those issues we know them. You know, you are gone to a rural area, you are left there, you rot, and that's it. Nobody thinks about you. You are in the city, you have better opportunities. I think that we have to create an environment that's conducive for people to go to rural areas to work, necessary incentives, amenities, and ensure that we motivate people as they move there.
Dr. Awuno has also been installed the development chief for the association. Peter Senu for Joy News.
The medical director of the hospital, Dr. Richard Anthony, has called for the expansion of the hospital's surgical capacity to meet the growing demands, particularly from road accident victims. The hospital's proximity to the Tema motorway makes it a key destination for crash victims, but limited surgical theatres hinder the effective care despite the strong availability of skilled surgeons in the hospital. Dr. Anthony raised these concerns during Glyco General's donation of medical equipment to the hospital in Tema. Carlos Caloni reports.
The Tema General Hospital's proximity to the Tema motorway makes it the first point of call for accident victims. However, its long unfinished surgical theatre remains a major obstacle to providing timely care. Speaking during Glyco General's donation of medical equipment and settlement of accident victims' bills, the hospital's medical director, Dr. Richard Anthony, emphasized the urgent need to expand surgical infrastructure to meet rising demands.
So close to the motorway, and this is usually the first point of call when such accidents happen. We're able to salvage many of them. However, some of them need advanced care. And those that need advanced care we refer to Kolebu Teaching Hospital or the military hospital. If you ask in terms of challenge, as we said, we need to expand theater space because currently we have a mix of skilled surgeons who are ready to work. And we must always ensure that we support them in terms of space, in terms of logistics, in terms of equipment. And that is what we are doing currently. And that is what Glyco General has also come to support us.
Dr. Anthony, however, urged motorists to exercise caution on the roads this festive season.
During this festive period, we must drive with caution. We must take care of ourselves. As we went to the accident center, you could see that there was an 8-year-old boy who had been knocked down by a motorcycle, sustained fractures, which needs to be fixed. In fact, one of the patients who is being supported by Glyco General.
Glyco General's managing director, Andre Champonche, and team donated 3 sanction machines, settled accident victims' bills, and cleared debts of discharged patients. The MD announced plans to complete and operationalize this surgical theatre in 2025 to address rising accident cases in the hospital's catchment area.
There is the accident theatre, which for a number of years is being worked on. Medical director indicated for about 5 years we've been doing it slowly but surely. And that's one of the things that we took on, and with thanks to our board, we have approval to do some donations, some support to make sure it is completed. And so for 2025, that's another feat we will be embarking on, so that there will be the accident theatre to again cushion and support everyone.
As part of its corporate social responsibility, Glyco General is committed to completing and handing over this theatre to the Tema General Hospital by 2025. Reporting for Joy News, Carlos Caloni, Tema.
Well, women engaged in and fish processing in Ghana's coastal communities, particularly in Keta and Angloga, appealing to government, especially the Vice President-elect Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman, to take urgent action against the devastating impact of illegal fishing trawlers in their waters. Well, these women, whose livelihood rely heavily on the availability of fish, have expressed deep concern over the drastic decline in fish catch. They attribute this to destructive practices such as boundary violation, light fishing, and the use of harmful chemicals. Ivy Setoji brings us more in this report.
Fish processors of Keta, led by Ruby Adubo, chairperson of the Fish Processors Association, and also deputy women coordinator of Canoe and Fish Gears Owners Association of Ghana, Rita Asiedu Nketia, have raised alarms over illegal fishing practices, including boundary violations by foreign trawlers, chemical fishing, and light fishing. These practices have depleted fish stocks, leaving local fishermen unable to bring home a sustainable catch. Rita Asiedu Nketia explained how illegal trawlers operate during closed seasons, crossing boundaries to exploit the resources that should be preserved for local fishermen. She also lamented on other challenges, urging the Vice President-elect, Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman, to come to their aid.
We are very happy. We are overwhelmed that we hear that our dear mom, Nana Opoku-Agyeman, was the Vice President for Ghana. We would like her to help we women because we are fish processors. All those fishing trawlers, they are coming here, cross the boundary, fishing in our area. It make our husband, they are no more catching fish. So by close season time, they
Now, it is just 4 days to the Joy FM family party in the park happening on the 26th of December at the Ebri Botanical Gardens. Now, with just 200 Ghana cedis, you can get to enjoy and make memories with your family. Artists are set to perform on that day. You can look forward to the likes of Kwampa Band, Kamido, Kwabna, my personal favorite. Now, this is to give you an idea of what is going to be like coming 26th of December. So let's watch this. Well, away from that, for Ghanaian artist Kwesi Arthur, music isn't just about beats and rhythms. It's about connection. After years of being on and off the music scene, well, the Ghanaian musician is ready to bridge the gap with his fans in an intimate, unplugged session coming up also on the 26th of December. Let's watch this.
Introduction. The Grande rapper, known for his versatility and relatable lyrics, has been a key figure in Ghana's music scene. Over the last 2 years, he's navigated moments of silence and bursts of creativity, dropping hits that keeps fans hooked. But for Kwesi, his upcoming concert for the 30th December is personal.
This event means a lot to me. Yes, it means so much to me because, I dropped a mixtape this year and I haven't performed any of the songs in Ghana. I think I only did one at Tidal Wave. Yeah, I only did Fefen and Fet on Tidal Wave, but at this show, I'm looking to dive deeper into the project and give the fans live experience of some of the songs of the project. So it means a lot to me. It means a lot to me, and it's been a while since I connected with the lovers of my music, like the true Kwesi Arthur fans. So this should be a very important moment for all of us. I was inspired to do this event by the numerous people who follow my music and love my music and listen to it. I do get a lot of people requesting for me to do something like this. I think it's been a year or about 2 years since it started, and I was like, yeah, why not give the people what they're asking for? So we decided to put together this exclusive event. You know, it's for a limited number of people, and it's a live band setting, unplugged. So we're bringing the energy, we're bringing the vibes. The last time I did something like this was in 2022.
2024 has been a memorable year for him. Kwesi revealed his major project and his Europe visit, highlights that have fueled his passion to give fans a concert like no other.
The highlights for 2024 for me, I would say, was dropping my project, my mixtape. This is not the tape 3. Going to Europe for the first time, and yeah, touching base with the people who have been following me out there. I think those were some great moments. And yes, doing Tidal Rave after so many years, I think that was also like a very great moment for me. I've had a good year.
It's 30 December and the calendar is already packed with back-to-back events. Kwesi Arthur's Unplugged session is shaping up to be a standout moment on 26th December. For the man who's been inspired by his followers every step of the way, this is his gift to them. For Joy News, I'm Jacqueline Asma Yaboa.
We wrap up the bulletin. For more news, please log on to myjoyonline.com. My name is Faustina Safo, and up next is The Law. Samson is coming your way, and today's topic, quite interesting, punishing election offences, part 2. We're looking forward to that conversation here on the Joy News channel. Have a wonderful day as you enjoy the rest of our programs.